I'm going to walk you through the second visualization we're going to create in Flourish, which is a map of the Democratic presidential primaries and caucuses. This is what it looks like. And then if you scroll over the states, you'll get some information. So the blue states are the ones that were won by Joe Biden. You can see then when you roll over it, there's the date and then how many delegates each person was awarded first through fifth place. So even though Joe Biden won Washington and got 46 delegates, Bernie Sanders still got 43. So the green ones are the ones that Bernie Sanders won. The kind of pinkish ones are the states that are voting by mail. The yellow ones are primaries that have been postponed because of the virus. The gray ones are ones that are still upcoming and still on schedule. And then we have one Iowa caucus that Pete Buttigieg won back in February. So this is the map we're going to make. So to do this, go ahead and go into Flourish. Click on New Visualization. And you're going to scroll down to the projection map section, click on US states. All right, and just like the other ones, it comes loaded with some information already. So go ahead and put in, give it a title, Democratic Primaries and Caucuses. All right. And then, so you put that in. In the middle, again, you want to, it's got the preview and then it's got the data tab, and you can go back and forth. You can see here, column A says geometry, and then it has these different names. These are actually the shapes of the map. So it's what draws the map and what draws each individual state. Then you have the ID, which is the state name, which is associated with that shape, and then you have some values here. This is under the regions tab. If you go and click on points, you can also see there's some default data in there. We're going to get rid of that, but that's what would make dots on your map. All right. Okay, so now that we have that in there, the first thing I want to do, let me get rid of this here, is I want to just put these in order, the same order as our spreadsheet that I'm going to give you in a minute. So in regions, go to column B for the ID. There's a little downward facing triangle in the right hand corner. Click on that, and then go ahead and sort your column A to Z. Okay, and this will just make sure that it's alphabetical by state, which is how our data is going to go in there. So make sure you do that point. All right. Then we're going to go down and going to open a Google Sheet. All right, this is the sheet that I made up for you. You'll notice that it has ID, which is the state name. Then it's got the winner. All right, it's got the date. And then it's got these columns for delegates, first place, second, third, fourth. This is what's going to create the info for your pop-up. Okay. Just like we did last time with the other one, we're going to make a copy. Go ahead and save it. All right, and then we're going to get a CSV, turn this into a CSV file. So go to File, go to Download, and select comma separated values, CSV, and download that and just save it somewhere to your desktop. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go back into Flourish. All right, and then so what we're going to do is actually bring our data into this one a little differently than you did on the first one. So where you go to the button that says Upload Data File, to the right, there's a little pull down button. Go ahead and click on that. And that gives you an option to change this to Upload and Merge, and that's what you want to do. So go ahead and click Upload and Merge. All right, and what this is going to do is it's going to match up our IDs, the state name, with the shape. All right, so if we just put up, just uploaded it by itself, it wouldn't have those shapes. So we're actually going to merge these. So make sure you click that so it changes it to upload and merge. Then click on that button. You're going to select your CSV file. All right, you're going to say import publicly. And then you're going to see what it's going to do. It's matching the columns. This is the original sheet, so that you can see that it's by states, and then we're matching it up to our spreadsheet. And we're going to click merge now. All right, it should have 55 rows. And the reason is there's a couple extra rows for District of Columbia and Guam and Puerto Rico. So that's why there's more than 50. Then go ahead and click select next, and you can see what it did. That the old information is gone. It still has that column A for the shape, the geometry, and now it's merged it with ours so that we have the rest of this info. All right. It's still got this column C, which we don't want. All right, so we're going to get rid of that. This is remaining from that original one. So the first thing to do is go over here on the right and just delete C from value. All right, and that will unselect it so it's not highlighted anymore. Then go up to column C, the little pull down menu, click on that, and there's a pull down that says remove the column. All right, go ahead and get rid of that. Now we have it the way we want. Let me just go back and look at the next step here. All right, we did all this. All right, so the next thing we want to do is set those different columns so that it visualizes it correctly. So we want geometry should be A, because it's the shape. The name, which is going to be the name of the state or the ID, so that's correct. The value, and that will be the color that's going to visualize. So we're going to now change that back to C. Okay, and then the pop-ups, the metadata for pop-ups, we're going to put in column D dash, is it H or I? I forget. It is I, all right, because that's how many we have. So D dash I, okay. And when you do that, it will highlight that first row of all those, all right. And that will make sure all this visualizes correctly. You can go ahead and click on preview. And it's still not doing anything yet, but we'll get there. All right, so scroll down. All right, next step. Yeah, go make sure you're in data, and we have this information for the regions. Go ahead and click on points, and we're just going to clear this sheet. So to the right of points, there's the pull down. Click on that, and click clear sheet. Okay, and then that's going to get rid of those little dots that were there. Okay. All right, so now we're going to adjust the way it looks so that you can actually see that the pop-ups are working, but we're going to adjust it so that the colors work. So in order to do that, let's go over to the regions layer. All right, and when you open that, you're going to click, it says there's a thing that says type, and it has three options: continuous, binned, or categorical. And we're going to select categorical. All right, and what the reason this is categorical is it means like there's one thing for each shape. So Joe Biden is a color and Bernie Sanders is a color. So those are categories, and that's why it changed it to look like an Easter egg here. All right, so make sure you click on categorical, and we're going to use some different colors than this, and you're going to get these colors here. You can just copy and paste them here. Go ahead and copy and paste, and then I'll explain what they are. And you're going to put this in where it says custom overrides, and just copy and paste those in there. All right, and then if you go ahead and close it, all right, it's going to change those colors. So where I got these colors are, these are called HTML color codes. So I put a link here, and these are just colors that you use to make websites. And you can slide this around here to any color you want, move the button around. So if you put your thing here, and this is, you want this blue, this is actually the code. It's called a hex code that you put into a website to change it that color. All right. So that's where I got these. I actually went and I picked out the colors that I wanted. I copied the hex codes, and that's what it looks like. All right. And that looks, so the blue looks a little weird. I'll figure that out and put it in the, make sure I corrected it in the instructions. All right. So after you do that, we're going to go in and put in our header info. So we'll just give it a title. All right. And then in the text here, I just want you to put updated and then the date that you did it, and then put by your initials, and this will just help me keep track of them. Okay. All right, so that gives us a nice header here. We have a legend that shows what they are. It looks like these are all working. We're going to export and publish. And again, once that goes public, it's taking a second here. You're going to copy and paste this URL, and that's what you're going to send me. And I'll go back into the instructions to just make sure this blue looks a little different than the one I did, and I'll double check that and put the correct hex color for blue in there. But that's basically how to do it.